raw data is something that is in a forensically reliable format, meaning that we can go in and review it and confirm that it matches the original. What has been produced in this case is what you could consider as work product. This is not the original. This is a child of the original. There's so many issues with this video. The minutes missing, the jumps. We can sometimes see a cursor move in the top right corner. There's so many pieces wrong with this video, and for the DOJ to release it, it's strange, and it's kind of unnerving to know that this is the way they want to do this.
It sounds kind of dopey, actually, when you say what you said about the cursor being seen up on the top, because as we all know, surveillance cameras don't have cursors. So is there any way that I'm making a mountain out of a molehill? Is there any way that it's just normal to take a surveillance camera and then have a human download it and have a human send it off to the DOJ and then have the DOJ as humans send it out to us, and that's what we're really seeing?
So actually, I don't think the first part of what you said happened. I don't think that this was a download from a surveillance system. I think this was what we call a screen capture. This is just a copy of a video of a video. So somebody went in with some type of software to actually record what the screen was showing. It's not in a reliable format. It may be reliable as to what was on the screen, but it cannot be confirmed to match what was originally recorded. So I think that's really what we're seeing here is just, it truly is the work product of FBI going in and attempting to change and alter and perhaps try to enhance the video, but it's clearly not the original.
That's very upsetting to hear the words altered. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, tried to explain it away when the first uproar, shook the internet, that there was a minute and 2 seconds, missing, and she seemed to be very clear that that's normal. Every night, the video system resets right before midnight, and that 1 minute and 2 is just normally gone. Did that sit well with you? Could that be legitimate? Is that part of this problem, or is it really very little to do with the problem that we now see, this larger stitched together with 3 minutes somehow kind of not there?
It makes it stink even worse. There are computers that sometimes we do have to do scheduled restarts to ensure that we're running the correct software. We're running updates for our security. But for a network attached video storage unit, like if this is what it truly came from, you wouldn't want it to shut down for at least a minute every night. And definitely don't want it to do the same minute every night, especially if word gets out about that. Then you've got a complete minute every day of the year that you're not going to have video for.
Let me ask you about this username. I hadn't heard it before, the second uproar about the raw video release. MJ Cole 1. MJ Cole 1. I'm shocked that smart people like you are able to even see a username that was mussing about with this video. But is it super obvious? Like, was this just all thumbs at the DOJ, sending this out to Attorney General Pam Bondi and making her look like, for lack of a better word, an idiot? Because MJ Cole 1 apparently is quite obvious.
So MJ Cole, I hope, is a digital forensic analyst, somebody that works with surveillance video that was trying to produce a work product. So whether it was truly a work product or they think it is or think it's the original, there's no way to tell. But MJ Cole is a shortened Windows username. So it could be short for MJ Coleman, any other last name that has C-O-L-E at the beginning. So there's really no way to tell with what we have now. But that is something that we see in Windows systems for when we see a shortened username.
Is there any chance that the edit, the manipulation, the changes were just done automatically? Like, I know when we talk about the programs, it sounds like that's a human throwing video in and messing with it. But is there any way that you can see that this is all just much ado about nothing, that technically speaking, this could have happened in transfers and there's nothing nefarious about it?
So with what we're seeing now, we can say rather definitively that this is not within the realm of digital forensics best practices. Doing a screen capture of a surveillance system is our last resort in every case that we ever work. We would want to preserve the entirety of that server if that's what it's backing up to. We'd want to preserve the VHS tape if that's how old the system was. But in order to do that, we have to follow any type of forensics crime scene. We want to ensure that we're preserving evidence. So if we're just grabbing a screen capture, we're leaving behind so much data.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.